Right, so we've got ourselves a tier list. I'm going to be ranking characters based on how likely I think they are to be added to the game. At the top tier, you've got characters I think are most probably going to be in the game. Next, you've got characters that are still likely but probably not immediate picks for the roster. In the middle, you've got a 50-50 chance, characters that I think could really go either way. Near the bottom is characters that would really surprise me if they got in. And lastly is the tier for characters that will never be added. If you think someone in this tier is getting added, keep dreaming. We also have the in the game tier, but I hope I wouldn't have to explain that one. Denki, I think he's pretty likely considering he's already in Once Justice 2, meaning he has a moveset and he has a model, which definitely increases chances, along with him being a fan favourite. And as you'll see in this video, he's one of the more memorable characters in the class. But they definitely also have to add the drawback of his quirk, making him turn dumb if he uses it too much. But no, I think he's pretty likely to be added. Next is a definite fan favourite, and that's gotta be Red Riot. He's pretty much a main character considering how much he gets used in later seasons. The only problem I see is his moveset, as it is just hardening, but they made a decent moveset out of him in Once Justice 2, so I think they could definitely do it again. Next is Tokoyami, definitely a maybe. He's got a cool quirk, he has some fans, but he's not up there with the popularity of the others. He's been in Once Justice 2, which I think boosts the chance of a character being added. I can see him being added, but at the same time, I wouldn't keep your hopes up. Next is Spider-Man himself, Zero. Probably not. I mean, he could, swing about, set up traps. At the end of the day, he's pretty forgettable. And also a character like Deku already has Black Whip, which is pretty much Spider-Man anyway. Next is Coda, his quirk is talking to animals. He's pretty forgettable, and he seems more of a pacifist, so I can't see him in the game at all really. We got Jiro, I'd say pretty likely. I think Soundwave attacks, like in Once Justice 2, would be a pretty cool moveset, and she definitely has her fans, so I think she would be a great pick. She's not a definite pick like the others, but I wouldn't be surprised if she got added to the game. Next up is the Tailman. He has a tail. That's about it. We got Soji. He's more for recon. I can't think of a moveset where he'd fight. I mean, if they came up with one, then hats off to them for creativity, but I can't see it. Mina, likely. I do have some bias in the fact she's my Once Justice 2 main, but I mean, come on, she can breakdance, spray acid, it's a great character. Like, think about her skating up to you with acid beneath her feet, just to breakdance on you, like, come on. Next up is this controversial mess of a character. I'll just leave him in maybe. He's got a great quirk, but I just don't want him in the game. Momo, pretty likely. She has a very interesting quirk, which can lead to a lot of possibilities when designing a moveset, but they did it in Once Justice 2, so it's definitely possible. And this is a character that definitely has their fans, so I think they could be added. Alright, Sugar Man. Who is this guy again? Tenya, definitely. Go watch my video on top 10 characters that need to be in My Hero Ultra Rumble if you want more on him. Wink wink. The Invisible Girl, Froppy can already turn invisible. And finally, Cheese Man. He can go in cheese tier.